And before we proceed to the storyline, kindly like this video, comment for more reaction and share to your friends. And let's begin.
Peter June Libawan Simon, born June 1, 1980, is a Filipino former professional basketball player. He has formerly played in the Philippine Basketball Association, playing for 16 years with the Magnolia Hotshots franchise. Simon was drafted 43rd overall in the 2001 PBA draft by the Santa Lucia Realtors. His moniker is Scoring Apostle. Simon was relatively unknown in the Philippine college basketball scene. But to hardcore basketball fans, and especially the Mindanao-based fans, Simon was one of the biggest collegiate basketball heroes in Davao. Born in Macalala, Cotabato, he built his reputation as one of the fiercest and most exciting basketball warriors down south by joining in various competitions and leaving his marks on them. He collected 3 MVP trophies in the collegiate leagues in Davao City and reigned 5 times as the Sultan of Slams. Having created a status in various collegiate and commercial leagues in Mindanao, Simon was easily handpicked to be a part of the Davao Eagles in the Metropolitan Basketball Association. Although his career with the Eagles did not start well, he caught fire as the 2001 NBA first phase progressed. He was at the forefront of the Eagles' onslaught in several games. He once sparked a fourth-quarter rally to upset the league-leading Negros Slashers. He engaged with Laguna Lakers' Biboy Simon in a fiery shootout and at the same time registering his career-high 25 points. Coming off the bench, he scored a new career-high 28 points as they outclassed Nueva Ecija Patriots, during which he made 5 blitz 3 baskets in the game. In his best outing as an Eagle, Simon fired yet another new career-high 41 points as he was simply unstoppable. At the end of the season, Simon's hard work and heroics on the court paid off as he was named as the Discovery Player of the Year. Also, while playing in the NBA, he became a member of the Philippine national basketball team. In his first stint with the national team, PJ Simon scored 14 points to back up Rionel Hugneton as the NBA All-Stars opened its 25th William Jones Cup campaign on a high note, tripping the much taller Russian club Lokomotiv Novosibirsk, 78-68, at the Taipei Physical Education College gym. Following the disbandment of the NBA in July 2002, Simon was immediately enlisted by Des Dishwashing Liquid, the Lamoyan Corporation's Philippine Basketball League franchise. In no time, he created a big mark in the star-studded 2002-2003 PBL Challenge Cup. For his efforts, PJ Simon was selected into the second mythical team during the Individual Players' Achievement Awards. He also helped the team barge into the finals. In his first PBL Finals appearance, PJ Simon led Des in a losing cause by scoring 18 points as they surrendered to the Wellcoat Paintmasters in overtime in Game 1 at the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena City. Although Des failed to win the title, a change of the team's name had boded well for the Lamoyan franchise's fortunes. Happy Toothpaste opened its championship run in the 2003 Sunkist PBL Unity Cup by defeating Viva Mineral Water behind the blazing guns of PJ Simon and Ryan Dye. Then in the deciding Game 5 of Unity Cup Finals, Happy rode again on the heroics of PJ Simon to capture the crown. For that, he and teammate Rich Alvarez were later awarded by the PBL Press Corps as co-final MVPs. In the 2003 PBL CBF Dual Meet Finals, he and Alan Salansang combined for 35 points off the bench as they powered Fash Liquid to beat Gracia Energy Boosters, 86-76, at the Cebu Coliseum. The following conference, PJ Simon edged out other illustrious cagers to bag the 2003-2004 PBL Platinum Cup MVP with the print, radio, and TV media solidly rallying behind him. Joining PJ Simon in the mythical team were Jojo Tangkay, Fash teammate Rich Alvarez, and future Purefoods teammates James Yap and Irvin Sato. He also led his team in another title, beating the Wellcoat Paintmasters in a hotly contested 5-game series. While still playing for Fash in the PBL, Purefoods offered him a 2-year contract as a rookie free agent. He was actually drafted by the Sta Lucia Realtors as the 43rd overall pick in the 2001 PBA draft. He toiled for a while in the NBA and PBL where he further enhanced his skills. But like his stints in the NBA and PBL, his PBA career did not start hot as he played behind fellow star rookie James Yap. In Purefoods' seventh game in the 2004-2005 Philippines Cup, however, PJ got his game going as he led Purefoods in a come-from-behind win over Alaska, by scoring 4 of his team-high 18 points in the final 11 seconds of the game. In his first 3 seasons in the PBA, PJ Simon only showed flashes of his brilliance far and wide. In the 2007 PBA Fiesta Cup, he was named XL PBA Player of the Week for the period May 6 to 13th. He came up with a team-high 22 points in a game against Coke on May 4, 2005. Then on May 13, 2005 he exploded for PBA career-high 31 points and also grabbed 10 rebounds to lead Purefoods in routing Ginebra, 117-105. The 2007-2008 season proved to be the coming-out party for Simon. While he was still in the giant shadow of his more famous teammates, he created his niche by being the super sub for his team. As Purefoods set a franchise record of 7-0 to start a season, he was the biggest hero in 2 of those wins. He scored 15 of his game-high 27 points in the first quarter to lead Purefoods to its 5th straight win as they massacred Ginebra, 103-76, on November 4, 2007. Then 10 days later, he once more top-scored for Purefoods by making 22 points in their 100-81 rout of Air 21, tying the franchise's best to start in the All-Filipino Cup. In the finals, Simon had 4 scintillating games. Purefoods lost, however, to Santa Lucia in 7 games. But nevertheless, PJ Simon averaged 13.3 points to firmly establish himself as Purefoods' primary offensive option off the bench. Owing to his impressive performance in the 2007-2008 PBA Philippine Cup, he was selected in a reserve role to take part in the 2008 All-Star Game held in Bacolod City. Simon did not disappoint the fans, as although he only played for 20 minutes, he scored 29 points on 11 of 14 field goals and 4 of 4 on the free throw line to tow the South team in a thrilling victory in overtime over the North squad, 163-158. With that, he was cited as the most valuable player, his first major PBA award. In the 2009-10 Philippine Cup Finals, Purefoods swept Alaska, 4-0, to be crowned 2009-2010 PBA Philippine Cup champions. The Lamados entered the 2010-2011 PBA Philippine Cup as defending champions. In the first round of the tournament, Simon averaged 17.4 points per game, while the team ended the classification phase with a 7-7 record. On November 10, 2010, Simon scored a career-high 42 points against the Air 21 Express. Him and 2-time MVP James Yap led the team to the quarterfinals, in which the Lamados scored back-to-back wins against the Meralco Bolts. For the series, Simon averaged 29.0 points and his contributions helped the Lamados to overcome Meralco in 2 games. However, they couldn't keep up the momentum in the semifinals after losing to the Talk and Text Tropang Texters in 6 games. The 2011-2012 season saw Simon and his team, BMEG, being favorites in winning possibly the Grand Slam title, with their new coach being the legendary coach Tim Cohn. Simon helped the Lamados to a 10-4 win-loss record in the 2011-12 Philippine Cup, but unfortunately, the Lamados were knocked out in the quarterfinals after an upset by the Powerade Tigers led by Gary David. After being upset in the Philippine Cup, BMEG decided to keep their roster from the Philippine Cup intact. Their only addition to the roster is their import Denzel Bulls, who eventually won the best import of the conference. Bulls helped the team to a 3rd-place finish in the elimination round. BMEG was able to win the quarterfinal series against Meralco and the semis against rivals Barangay Ginebra. Simon and company faced the Talk and Text Tropang Texters in the final, where they won the series in 7 games. Going into the Governor's Cup, BMEG gained confidence following their championship in the Commissioner's Cup, but they lost to rain or shine in 7 games. Simon averaged 12.0 points per game on 47% field goal shooting. Simon played a total of 64 games in the 2012-2013 season, a career high for him at the time. Although Simon and his teammates were not able to make the finals in the first 2 conferences, being knocked out in the semifinals in the Philippine Cup and Commissioner's Cup. In the Governor's Cup, they They made a finals appearance and became the eventual champion, beating its sister team Patron Blaze Boosters in a tightly contested 7-game series. Simon averaged 12.8 points in 28.0 minutes of action in 64 games. The 2013-2014 PBA season was probably the best season for Simon. Aside of him and the Mixers winning a rare Grand Slam in the 2013-2014 season, he was a part of the PBA's second mythical team along with teammate Mark Pingries, Paul Lee, Sonny Thoss, and Rookie of the Year Greg Slaughter. Simon was also awarded 2013-2014 PBA Mr. Quality Minutes by the PBA Press Corps Simon and also scored the most 2-point shots and the most number of total points among other players during the 2013-2014 season. Thanks to his great performance off the bench, playing in a new career-high 66 games and playing at an average of 28.4 minutes per game and scoring 13.5 points per game, he was a vital part of San Miguel's Grand Slam season. Despite finishing the elimination round of all the three conferences at a combined 18-18 win-loss record, with their Commissioner's Cup record at 4-5, a losing record, they still cruised past their opponents, with Simon being a vital part of the offense, providing outside shooting off the bench. Simon is the youngest in the brood of three of Pedro Simon, Jr., a teacher, and the late Christina. He is the only athlete in the family, although his father played some basketball but not in the commercial leagues. After his mother succumbed to cancer, his father remarried. From his father and stepmother Flor, Simon has a half-brother and a half-sister. His older siblings are Mari Chris and Anthony, both have families of their own and are based in North Cotabato. Simon is a member of Victory Christian Fellowship. Along with close friend and purefoods teammate James Yap, Simon guested at ABS-CBN's Pinoy Big Brother on April 23, 2008. Peter June Simon's wife is Jeza Hular. They have one baby boy.
For more videos like this, please subscribe the channel, like the video and click the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you very much.